Good morning, soul family. We're having breakfast here. It's a day filled with clouds. You know I always look for spirit in the clouds and for my messages, right? Ooh, there's one right away. That's a little angel sprite. See the wings? And she's flying. Woo! Her hair's flowing out behind her. Ooh. Ooh, I feel like if I leaned out on this, I could see a phoenix. Oh, it's right into the sun. There's a phoenix there. Oh, hello, Mr. Dragonfly. Hello, Mr. Dragonfly. He's our first totem. Hold on to your dreams. They're sound and valid, and you deserve to see them fulfilled. Pay attention to your nighttime dreams, too. They're giving you very, very important information at this time. My landlord just called me. Actually, he texted me from... Interesting, my landlord and Uncle Phil at the same time. My landlord and Uncle Phil and I have been communicating this morning. And my landlord, I told him something happened and my dragonfly lights got snapped in half. They used to go across here. So he said he'd keep an eye out for them. And he went to this place around here, grocery outlet, and he found these beautiful dragonfly lights. He hasn't gotten them though. I'm like, get them, they're only $3.99. And then he saw 2 dragonflies. He showed me a purple one, high spiritual color, and then he showed me, and I said, can you see if there's a turquoise one? And he looked and he's like, yep, and I get them both. One's me, one's my twin, and I'm gonna hang them. Ooh, hello, Mockingjay. Mockingjay is a mimic, right? Pretending to be other people. They can sound like cats, they can sound like dogs. There you are, Mockingjay. That's the second one. Right on the top of that branch. Right there. Are you going to fly and show us your pretty wings? Are you? Are you going to fly? They're really pretty. They have long tail feathers. Remember yesterday, Rooster Mama? Be your authentic true self and shake your tail feathers. Be eccentric, be unique, be your wonderful self. They've got those long tail feathers, and they've got these 2 big white circles on their wings. Maybe it'll come up again and talk to us. Okay, I've got more to tell you. Much more. But first, let's pick what we're going to work with today. Let's see. We've got... We'll use this one. This is going to be air signs. Hello. Happy Buddha. Why do you have your back turned to me? He's shy. So this is air. We've got the lion birdhouse. That's wisdom. That'll be fire. We've got the peaceful Buddha. That will be water. And, ooh, I'm looking at him. We'll call that big giant tiger, or lion. Ooh, interesting, I called him tiger. Well, let's call him a liger. That liger is earth signs, okay? Okay. So, last night actually, early evening, before dark anyway, is when I noticed the Shapeshifters arrived. My Shapeshifters. My brand new deck. And there she is, her and her best friend, right? Up in the forest. And in honor of finally having a complete deck, I'm going to give us all our messages from the Shapeshifters. And we're going to have clarification by the Animal Tarot. Ooh, a little bit of butting heads still. It's okay. Things are getting better. There's major changes happening. Major transformations happening right now. Big time. Hold on, I wanted to show you guys something on my computer, so I want to bring it up. This will be our first message. Now, let's see. Because of the reflection, I'm hoping if I brighten it, you can see it. Yes, you can. Okay. Okay, I've got lots of people talking to me. Hold on. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and let me put the computer on Do Not Disturb. Okay, I'm hoping that you're able to see this. So in honor of the fact that the Shapeshifters arrived, and the fact that we were speaking about clouds, I'm going to share with you a message I received this morning. Now I'm wondering if this is just my camera. No, you can see it better like that. You see this cloud? Isn't that beautiful? So this was sent to me this morning and by a friend who lost their best friend in a tragic accident. That person had been drinking and they stayed around, you know, thought they were okay, and got into an argument with his mother actually, and she didn't want him to go anywhere, but he thought he was good enough to drive, and he had a dog, and his dog knew. See, I dreamed with these people. I did a reading for this woman, and it was the most emotional reading I don't like to do mediumship work when I'm awake. I usually deal with the other side when I'm sleeping, but this was, I talked to you guys about this the other day. It was intense. The energy that I was feeling from who I was connecting to, this person that drove the car and the person who wrote to me, was so intense. It was, I could barely even speak. I was crying so hard. My body was shaking. Ooh, speaking of which, there's our dragonfly. What color are you? Come closer. Come closer. What color are you? I thought it was a red one. We'll have to see. It's going down to the water. Okay. So anyway, the dog, I connected with the dog as well. Dog, you know, best friend, loyalty, friendship, unconditional love. I connected with all of the energy. It was the most intense. I can't express. Oh my God. The person said, "You're not going to share this, are you?" And I said, no, these are always private, but my God, it was hard. I mean, it was hard for me to speak. And the dog knew that he shouldn't be driving. The dog didn't want to leave. But because the dog was his guide, his guardian, his best friend, he would never leave his side. So they got into the car and he went down this windy road, this very dangerous road, and he lost control of his vehicle and he crashed into a tree, killing himself and his best friend, his dog. Now remember, I told you yesterday, when we drive, that's in our vehicle, that's how we are traveling in life, right? And this person thought they were okay, thought things were okay, thought they'd figured things out, but their head wasn't clear, and that was a twisty, turny journey for that person to take, and they lost control of the vehicle and ended that part of both of their lives. So I was sent this message this morning by the one I read for, and what I was asked was, you know what, I think I see things in the clouds sometimes, and I'm wondering if this is a message. So I read the picture. And this is what I read. I wish that you could see the whole thing as I read it, but it's just the way it is. Okay. The family doctor was going to try to explain to this little girl that she wasn't really seeing angels. So he gets down to her eye level and gently says to her, "So Sherry, you know those aren't really angels you're seeing. You know that, right?" And she replies, "Yep, you're right. That lady that you see in the cloud, right there, the pretty mermaid, see her mermaid's tail? With her psychic antennae all tied up in a bun on top of her on top of her head. The one crying with her head in her hands. She's a kitsune. Do you know what that is?" The doctor trying to be patient with her, replied, "No, dear, I don't. What's a kitsune?" The little girl replied with absolute honesty and truth, "That's a friend. Look it up. You can see for yourself, or you can watch yesterday's daily reading by Angel's Whisper." "Do you know why the angels whisper, Doctor?" The doctor sighed. "No, sweetheart. Why do they whisper?" The little girl replied, "Because they really want you to pay attention to what they're saying. It's very important. And that angel there, he's one of my best friends, and he watches over me all the time. He loves me so very much. He never leaves me, and right there, he's praying that you will see him too. Or, as it's me, she's one of my best friends. She watches over me all the time. She loves me so very much. She never leaves me, and right there, she's praying that you will see her soon too." Real Cloud, sent to me this morning by a friend, Wednesday, August 29th, 2018. Wikipedia main page, kitsune is the Japanese word for the fox. Notice her hair is done up in a bun like the geisha girls, right? Foxes are a common subject of Japanese folklore. You don't have to read the words. You can watch out there. And you can keep an eye out and see if we have any really cool animal messengers come to us. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll see our dragonfly soon. Japanese folklore. Let's see. Foxes are a common subject of Japanese folklore. In English, kitsune refers to them in this context. Stories depict them as intelligent beings, as possessing paranormal abilities that increase with their age and wisdom. According to yokai folklore, all foxes have the ability to shapeshift into human form. While some folk tales speak of kitsune employing the ability to trick others, as foxes in folklore often do, like the trickster, other stories portray them as faithful guardians, friends, lovers, and wives. Foxes and humans lived close together in ancient Japan. This companionship gave rise to legends about the creatures. Kitsune have become so closely associated with Inari, a Shinto kami or spirit, and serve as its messengers. This role has reinforced the fox's supernatural significance. The more tails a kitsune has, they may have as many as 9. The older, wiser, and more powerful it is. Now this kitsune was a young kitsune. But as a mermaid tail, it splits off into 2 parts. So it's not just a baby. I love that. That was amazing. Okay. So, in honor of that, we're working with the Shapeshifter Oracle. Wouldn't it be fun if we got the kitsune? That would be really fun. Okay. So, we are going to start with, let me remind myself, who did we choose? Who did I choose? I chose the Buddha, so we'll start with the Buddha. The Buddha who's got us back to us, the shy Buddha. Hello, turn around, Mr. Air Sign. There we go. All right, air signs. What is the message that you wish to share with air signs? Ooh, I'm gonna have to use something to hold. I know. Let's use the angel of the forest. Air signs. Black cat. Lost magic, atonement, rebalance. 30. Okay. So you see here, this little girl holding on to her. Oh, you want to come outside, baby? Come on. Come on. Hold on, Liger wants out. Come here, sweetheart. You want to come in? Come on. Come outside. Come outside. Wow, he doesn't normally come out during the day. Come on, I'm out here. This is actually good. I will encourage him to come out. Okay, so you see this little girl. She's holding on to her little black cat, her best friend. Or maybe that's her magical abilities. And then you see the scarecrow, the scary scarecrow with the raven on its arm. And the message is lost magic, atonement, rebalance. Now remember, the kitsune That's magic. It's supernatural powers, right? And we're not talking about witchcraft here. We're talking about spiritual magic. There's a difference. So at this time, there's someone in your life who's tried really, really hard to scare away their pain and their loneliness that's inside of them because of horrible things that had happened to them when they were younger. They've been holding on to that pain inside, not knowing how to deal with it. And when you don't release the pain and the sorrow and the criticism, and then it turns to self-blame and humiliation and shame and anger, and it burns inside of you, and it makes you not happy, not well. So because of this, that loneliness and pain caused this person to say mean things. She spoke awful things because she hadn't owned the scars inside of herself. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth between she and he, because this applies to more than one, right? He has tried to basically make others feel the same pain that they felt, because they didn't want to feel like they were the only one. Why should they feel this way only? But now, even though you can put that scarecrow out there, scare people away, karma won't be denied. Karma is basically just cause and effect, right? Whatever you send out comes back. It's funny, somebody said to me yesterday, well, I wish karma would, what did they say to me? Wish karma would come visit me. And I said, karma will visit you all the time. Whatever you send out, it comes back. It doesn't necessarily come back from where you want or what you want, right? This raven, the raven speaks about justice, and it's going to land. The truth is going to come out. Remember yesterday we talked about the truth. The truth always comes to the surface. And there's going to be an apology said. And that little one in the front that's been so sad, she's going to be loved again. And that black cat, her best friend, is going to come back to her. And that one, that scarecrow, is only going to have the loneliness and cold comfort of that wind unless they can soften themselves and recognize that if they release that pain inside of themselves and they realize that everyone makes mistakes and they're able to forgive themselves and that they're worthy of forgiveness as well, they have a choice. So right now, Spirit's saying this is a time to be kinder and speak gentle words, to apologize and acknowledge the fact that awful behavior has taken place. But yes, forgiveness has to happen for yourself before you can expect someone else to forgive you. Something really awful has happened. It's been very, very painful, very, very sad. And around you, look at you. It's very empty. It's very dry in that field. There's nothing there. There's no one else there. It feels as though harvest has already come. Everybody's gotten what they deserved, but you feel that you haven't. You feel like, I don't have anything. Here I am, I'm sad and I'm alone, and I don't think it's fair how I've been treated. But you have to look and ask yourself, what have you done to create this situation that you're finding yourself in? Nasty words have been said, mean things have been said, friendship and kindness. There's a law of friends. It's been broken. You broke that law of friendship. And so it's time to speak kind words and to try to once again be a real friend. It's time to put new seeds down in the ground in that cold, bereft landscape and grow something new. And there can be new growth, and all can be well again. But you have to acknowledge your own part in it to really understand how you can bring your life back to a happy, full place. Have you been feeling self-pity, flatness, emptiness, bored. Why do you think this happened? You've done something, haven't you? What was your part? Maybe it's not all your fault. And Spirit's not trying to smash you, beat you up with it, but they're trying to help you understand what has happened and how it can be changed. And by acknowledging the part that you have had in this, you're going to be given an opportunity to regrow friendships that are still possible. You'll know the friends to walk away from, and the ones, oh, he flew right into my face. That is the one. That hummingbird is your friend. You'll know the friendships. Wow, right then. The ones that, oh, my whole body is covered in chills right now. That was amazing. Wow, sorry, that was like, it came so fast, right into my face. You'll know the ones to rebuild, and you'll know the ones to leave behind. Some, quickly. And if you feel that you need to say you're sorry, now's the time to do it. And admit to yourself the truth of what's been done and why it was done. And realize this isn't about blame, this is just about lessons. This is about understanding. But you need to understand first and foremost. And you're going to have to make a sincere effort in order to recreate the friendships. The words best be very gentle. And insisting on being that big badass, tough guy that basically is not about anything other than keeping yourself isolated by self-protection. Then you'll understand and you won't repeat this cycle. But if you do insist on being this way, it's going to feel worse than you feel at this moment. You're going to feel absolutely alone. And the magic that you have as a shapeshifter will be gone. It'll be so far away from you. Because the reasons that this has come about is you have felt intense jealousy. There were sticky, unhealthy energies around you. It causes things to go sideways. It causes things to get foggy, like that man that was trying to drive his car. He shouldn't have been driving. He wasn't thinking straight. He was twisty, turny. Everything got out of control. And then he smashed and he killed himself and his best friend, who would never leave him. He hurt his best friend as well. So, Spirit wants you to forgive yourself, speak the truth, apologize, and then allow your magical energies to come back. Song right now. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Because I still got a lot of fight left in me. Yep. Like a small boat on the ocean, sea of emotion, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. That's right. This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm all right song. Why? Because my power's turned on. Yep, starting right now, I'm going to be strong. This is my fight song. And I don't really care what anyone else believes, because I still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. I love how Spirit brings us the songs and the animal messengers for punctuating, you know? Okay, for punctuation. That wasn't proper English. Monarch butterfly. I saw these all over the beach in Wisconsin when I first moved there. It was insane. I'm walking along and I have pictures of them on my hands. I'd never been able to catch a butterfly. And you can't catch a butterfly. I just put my hand out and it landed on my hand. Ah. So, the color of look at the colors. The major colors are red and orange and gold. And you've got the green for love and healing, but the red, gold, and orange, that's all about sexual energy and creativity and passion and drive. And look at the rainbow colors. Ooh. So creative opportunities that you feel very passionate about are about fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. Now, spring talks about new beginnings. Doesn't matter what time of year we're in, because we're talking about a message in your life, right? This is a new beginning for something. This is joyful changes. This is about allowing your creative abilities to take flight like that little hummingbird that came in here like a freaking rocket. This is evolving from one state to another. So clearly, when it's something that you're passionate about, you're going to dive into it, right? Just like that, you're going to dive bomb like that little hummingbird. That was amazing. God, I hope I caught that on film. If I didn't catch that, I'm going to be really bummed, because it came in so quick. I probably didn't ooh, look who's coming across the water as I speak. Right towards us. Look at the bottom palm tree. There he is. Ooh, the giant blue heron. Coming in for a landing. Where's he gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Ooh, he's hiding. Stinker. He must have landed on the end of the dock. Oh, he did. You guys can't see it, but I can. Ooh, I love my big birds. Okay. So you're gonna dive in, right? You're gonna take flight, just like that. Just like that great blue heron. And remember, to the snowy egret, the herons, and the cranes, they're all the same family. These are the jack of all trades, masters of none. These are the creative ones, the eclectic ones, the unique ones, the ones that everybody else thinks are odd, the ones that are not really concerned about keeping up with the Joneses. These are the ones that are able to see an opportunity and dive on it, right? Dive bomb it like that hummingbird did, and then they grasp it. And then not only do they dive at the opportunity, then they're able to turn it into something fantastic. Most people won't even see the opportunity that they see. Never mind turn it into something amazing. But that's what they're able to do. That's us. That's us awakened ones. So for you, whatever it is that this comes up, this creative passion that you have, it's gonna help you grow personally in amazing ways. It's gonna broaden your perspective on so many different things. Things are gonna pop into your head that you've never even considered before. Ideas are gonna come up. It's super exciting. It's adventuresome, and it's new beginnings. I'm super excited. I said yesterday, something had started. It happened yesterday that transformation began. I felt it. And as I was talking, we had an earthquake. I'm like, oh man, it's happening. It's amazing. So when the monarch butterfly comes, now the monarch, you think about the monarchs, that's like royalty, right? The monarchs, the monarch family. When they represent a person. When they represent a person, they can represent an idea, right? A project, an opportunity, but they can represent a person. And if it's a person, then you're going to encounter somebody who's very energetic, outgoing, optimistic, incredibly creative, like that hummingbird that just dive bombed in here. She's very, very eager to help out. And she might be very, very curious. Very, very curious. She's constantly looking, so it might be difficult to keep her on task. She might not stay focused on one thing. So, butterflies. Who doesn't love a butterfly? I don't think anybody has an allergy to a butterfly or doesn't think that they're pretty amazing, right? They're beautiful. The way they flutter through the air, they're so delicate and graceful. Oh my God. And if clearly, because of the way the butterfly comes to be, this speaks about evolution, opportunities. They start as a little tiny egg, like tiny. Now think about that. I'm going back to when that person who lost their job or had to walk away from whatever the situation was, and they felt like they had nothing to offer. And they said, all I have is this one egg. And I said, that's all you need is that one egg. And from that one egg, the dragon will be born. And from that dragon, everything else will come. Well, you imagine the size of an egg that a butterfly comes from. Little tiny butterfly. Then it becomes a caterpillar. Then it weaves itself into that beautiful little silk cocoon. You know what's interesting about that? I just ordered a silk pillowcase for my face because when we sleep, the cotton, it's very, it sucks all the moisture out of your skin. You don't notice it so much when you're younger, but when you're older, you don't have as much moisture in your skin. And the silk is able to retain the moisture. Think about that. As a butterfly, how did he know when he wraps himself up in his own silk that he spins himself? that material is going to hold all of that moisture, all of the emotion, all of the ideas, all of the creativity and love inside. Keeps them in there. Safe, protected, nourished. And then from that, they finally struggle their way out. No one helps them. You can't help them. If you tried to help a butterfly get out of his cocoon, you would probably kill him. It's kind of like parents who coddle their children and don't allow them to make their own mistakes and to go out there and stumble and fall. And then first time they have a big fall, it decimates them, right? We don't ever want to do that. We don't ever want to be parents that coddle our children. And that's why it's okay that we all make mistakes. And that's why it's okay that this Mr. Buddha, my happy Buddha, my shy Buddha, he's got a big crack in his head. See? He was embarrassed about that. That's why he turned away. But that's how the light got in. That's how the light gets into all of us. We're not to be embarrassed about that. So, they struggle their way out, which makes them stronger. It's like us with our challenges and our tests. All the struggles that we go through, we might get embarrassed by that. We might want to shy away and hide and we're humiliated. But why? We've all had struggles and challenges. That's what makes us as strong as we are. I look back at my life. I have had one shit of a life. I've had a beautiful life too, but it's been tough. If I sat down and listed all the things that I've been through and experienced and had to go through in my life and what I've lost and how unfair things have been, it's pretty awful. But man, it's taught me about compassion and loyalty and love and perseverance and strength and the fact that, you know what? I came into this world alone and I'm going to go out of this world alone. And I need to be strong for me. I need to love me. I need to stand by me and I need to take care of me, give myself love, fun, excitement, be proud of myself, build myself up. It's all about us. And how many caterpillars that turned into this monarch butterfly do you see here? In the reality, there's a fake one and then there's a real one. This is also showing me that the difference between a real, authentic person who's living their life and somebody who's just plastic society, somebody who's just fake and glitz and glamour. This is real. This is somebody who's gone through their challenges. And this one is more beautiful than this one encrusted with diamonds and jewels. Don't you think? I do. This one takes flight. This one's vibrant. This one can be copied and a ton of them printed off. And other people can purchase that. But there's only one just like this one. There's only one just like us. So the opportunity's in front of you this time when you finally get out to that beautiful state where you have emerged. The transformation has happened. At first, you've got to allow your wings to dry, right? They hang upside down until their wings dry, like a bat, kind of hanging around. It's kind of like the awakening. It's like the hanged man. You got to allow yourself time to process, my twin said, right? Give yourself time to process. And once you've dried out and your wings are strong and ready to fly, then you take off. And the shades here, orange, the sacral chakra, seat of sexual energy and creativity. Now's the time. Use your originality, use your uniqueness, use your cleverness in whatever ways makes you sing with passion. Beautiful message. Freaking love that. At 33 minutes, I guess this will be a bit of a long reading, but that's okay. 33 minutes, we go to, who did I pick? I've got to walk around and remember who I chose. Okay, I know we chose this peaceful Buddha, right? That's water signs. And we chose that for fire signs. And we chose that for earth. So we'll go to water, okay? The peaceful Buddha is offering a beautiful succulent. It's very simple, but isn't it beautiful? That's what the peaceful Buddha is bringing in that green pot of love and healing. Okay, air signs. I mean, water signs. Must be water and air connected. Maybe you've got a water sun sign and a air rising. Who knows? Or a moon, right? I take all of these messages myself personally. I take, because there's a message for all of us in every one of them. As I always say, and I will continue to say, correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the most important message for water signs? A bee came, remember when it landed on my peace sign? It came into here yesterday as well. So when I look at the bee, the first messages that come from the bee, first one that comes is sweet victory. But before you have sweet victory, You got to get busy and get after the honey, right? Remember the honey bear? You got to get busy and get after that honey. There's 2 bees here. So, my life is sweet. The number 6, don't be so hung up on material. Don't be so stuck on the worries of material world. Material possessions, worry about money. Oh, look at the water. Look at the water moving right now. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I love that. Houseboat moving across the water. Love that. Okay. So, the bee. The bee talks about good health. It talks about health being restored to you. Now, whether this is physical health or whether this is mental health, whether this is spiritual health, it's being restored. And think of the all of the different things that come from the bees. The bees, they have the honey. You can use honey for an antiseptic. It's a natural antiseptic. It's food. If you use the wax, it smells amazing, right? You can use ear candling. It's honey. It's beeswax candles that you use for ear candling to clear out the debris in your ears. Have you ever done that? It's the most amazing feeling. It smells great and it's amazing. Well, everybody has the honey, right? You put honey in your tea, you can put honey in your food, you can, it's amazing. It tastes num-num. You think about the body shape of the bee, and that's the infinity symbol, an endless supply, right? It's also about longevity and eternity and faithfulness, right? It speaks about abundance, but it also symbolizes that everything you need, because of the infinity symbol, will be brought to you. Everything you need, Spirit knows what we need. And it tells you that love is sure to come to you. Ooh, right as I say that, what do I see? It was an aerial dance. What were you? It looked like I think it was the seagull. Freedom. I love that. I love when freedom shows up when love is mentioned. Because so many people feel that to give themselves in love, to give that away, they feel like they're losing their freedom. No, you're not. How can you ever lose your freedom by loving someone and allowing someone to love you? We never run out of love, right? We just love more and more. That's why this world needs us to give it up. So, the bee comes forward and asks a question to you. Well, you're asking me, where's my sweetness? Where's my honey? Where is it? Where's my health? Where's my energy? Where's all the flowers and sunshine that other people talk about? It's not in my life. It's vanished. And the bee says, nobody took that from you. I remember my twin saying to me, I was crying and I wasn't feeling well. My body had been run down because I was giving him all my energy, and I was worrying and I was crying because I had seen all these things in my dreams. And he said to me, I didn't do that to you. You did that to yourself. And I was like, what? And then it took me a long time to realize that was true. That isn't self-love. You can love someone, but not to the point where you give everything of yourself. You deny you. That's your fault. And it is a seagull. It's diving right now, just dove down. Ooh, I love I love them. This is why I need to have water around me. I have to have these animals. So you denied yourself of your own needs, your own pleasures, right? No one said you shouldn't go out and have friends and go do things and take care of yourself and give all of your energy. That's why we always want to give from our surplus, not from our reservoir. We need it for ourselves. So the bee says, I'm always here, but you've turned away from the natural world, and you need to bring the sweetness back into your life. But in order to do that, you need to spend some time outside that you've been neglecting. Time with the flowers. Time with the little insects and all of us that live around the flowers. You spent so much time around people who didn't get it, around people who were bare, that you'll never get that feeling of security and safety and happiness that you have worked so hard to get. Because it's not all about money. Every day the flowers come out and bloom and the bees come back. And they're waiting for you to come out. So right now, you think, okay, that's all sweet and a great little story, Sherry, thanks, but it's been like shit. You have no idea what I've been going through. I can't find my way. I've been trying, and I can't. And the bee says, we'll show you where the honey is, and we'll show you how to attract the bees, the pollinators. These are the sacred messengers. They'll help you connect to the things and the ideas and the places and the people that you need to connect to. But you have to stop saying the word can't. You have to have trust, and you have to have faith and belief that you can be healthy, strong, and productive, and busy, just like we are, the bee says. And at the end of some busyness, because it's coming your way, it's going to be busy, busy. That feeling of being left out and not being able to find your way and not seeing the honey, that's going to be gone. You're going to see then, and you're going to experience abundance. At this time, take a lesson from the bee. Pay a little bit more attention to special flowers. Are they here? No, they're not. I'll show you. Hold on. I should clear my throat before. Well, we need to clear, clearly. The song is crying. I need somebody now. Somebody to help me out. Someone's crying out. I need somebody now. Somebody to help me out. I feel like I can't get up. I'm on the bathroom floor, feeling weak, but I won't give up. It's not in my blood. No, it's not. So on one hand, they recognize that they need help and they're calling out. And Spirit's here to answer. We got that yesterday. Don't be afraid to call out to a friend. Don't be afraid to call out to Spirit and ask for help, because you get it. Give them 5 minutes, but you'll get it. So yesterday I was sitting here on the patio and I got bit by a mosquito. And my orbs, as soon as I said it, I grabbed my geranium oil. My landlord said to me, it's interesting, where did I move it? That's why, because he's over there. That geranium plant used to sit right by my door here. So I probably need to get a different plant there. Oops, sorry. I need to get a different plant there and put it right here on a stand because geraniums stop mosquitoes from coming in. Did you know that? Stop them from entering your house. They don't like that. So I grabbed my essential oil, my geranium oil, and I put it on my body. And he says, you're going to have to spray yourself. And then I grabbed this bottle of natural insect repellent. I bought this when I was up in Boulder Creek, up above Santa Cruz. Naturally made with essential oils. The essential oils of geranium, see, it's the #1. That's why I grabbed the geranium. I knew that because I knew it kept it out of the house. I figured if it keeps the mosquitoes out of the house, it's going to keep them off me, right? And it smells good. So this has got Virginian cedarwood, citronella, lemon eucalyptus, Scotch pine, lemongrass, coconut oil, and water. No DEET or other harmful chemicals that you don't want to put it sprayed on your face directly. Boulder Creek, California. So I bought this, and it's interesting because I bought this from the Wiccan girls. The ones who said I was not like them, right? They were really nice, and they were right. We were different. I agree with all of this, right? I work with the animals. I work with the natural world. I work with moon cycles too. I just don't do binding spells. That's the only difference. And the difference, and this is great. It worked great when I was up there. The only thing is, to me, there's way more citronella in it than I would like. And it's now down to here. So I'm going to refill it myself with my own. I would rather have more geranium. But see, of course, citronella is probably cheaper. That's why. The essential oils are more expensive. So I'm going to put a little bit on, actually, because as I was speaking, just before we got this message, I got bit. I have very sweet skin. That's why the honey bear's after me. Okay. So at this time, that's what the bee is also telling you. It's time for you to pay attention to specific essential oils. You'll be guided to the ones that you need. Also, this geranium, I put this in my my diffuser in my house. I put all kinds of different essential oils in my house. So flower remedies, essential oils, the Bach flower remedies, they're tinctures that you can take. I don't know if you guys have heard of Rescue Remedy. It's amazing. Look it up, Bach flower, Dr. Bach, B-A-C-H, flower. My mother studied under Dr. Bach in England. And She went there and she had, oh man, all of that. I had all of it and it was all stolen. I had all of the oils, all of the books, all of everything, and it was all stolen from my locker unit. And you know what's sad is they just threw it all away. I watched them in a dream. Doesn't that suck? They didn't understand because they didn't appreciate it. They didn't realize what they were stealing. They were disappointed in what they found in that storage unit. I found that. I was, you know, they were going through things, and they held up my son's first little baby outfit that he came home from the hospital, and there was a little spot on the little collar, and she said, well, this has got a stain on it, and threw it to the side. And I said, then put it down. It's mine. I was so angry. I knew they were going through all of my things and discarding things that they just felt were useless. Isn't it funny how somebody's trash is another person's absolute treasure? That was my son's the first little clothes that touched his little body. She threw it away. So, essential oils, flower remedies. The bees will show you what you need. They'll go to flowers that you need. Watch the flowers. When you're drawn to something, if your eye follows something and the bees. Now, this is interesting because when I'm in my yard here, I don't really have very many flowers. I just have green, right? I have geraniums. My petunias were completely decimated by the caterpillars, voraciously getting ready to go into their pupa stage. But I have these succulents, this ice plant, and they come. The hummingbirds come too. They come to these little flowers. Isn't that amazing? They're always on them. So succulents are important. So to me, moisture, that was the message to me. Moisture was very important. So that's your message from the bee. And now we go to our animal tarot. You know, I was creating a deck, and I can't tell you what it is, what we've been using, but it doesn't make much sense that I wouldn't use a deck that's all about animals, since I work with the animals every single day of my life, and I'm a shaman, you know? I have to think more about that. Ooh, how beautiful. The world. The world. First thing that comes to mind is full circle completion. Also, you got the world at your feet. You have been recognized. You have been elevated to a position of honor. Congratulations. You've accomplished what you set out to accomplish. You've made it through those challenges. And all those lessons that you've incorporated those. All of the lessons that came to you as pain and heartache and upset and difficulty. You've handled it. You've handled it with grace and courage. And they honor you right there. It's interesting, there's two batons. It's like you've run the race, right? A silver and a gold. You've won both, first and second prize. And look at the wreath, like the Olympians have, right? And the butterflies all around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 butterflies. You're on the right path, and it will exceed your expectations. 21, you've graduated. You have graduated. Congratulations. Time for celebration. What's in front of you now is the entire world. You got the world in front of you. You can go anywhere, do anything, be anything. You can start where you were. Say you went through the falling tower and you lost your job, something that you worked so hard for, or maybe you worked to build up a project and it fell apart, or your partners left, or you left, or whatever, something happened. Maybe you got sick, and because of that, you got fired because you couldn't be at your job. Whatever it was, maybe it's just your health. Whatever the challenge is, you can start over. You have all the abilities. Not only do you have the abilities that you had before, but now you're even stronger. Now you're even more determined because now you know that you're a survivor and you're a winner. You're a winner. You're going to be bigger and better than you would have been before. So start at the beginning, or start somewhere else and start something new. Nothing's going to get in your way right now because you are a freaking winner. Look at the dog, and the dog represents best friend, loyalty, love. Unconditional love, friendship, protection. Look at the symbol on the dog's collar. It's a purple collar. It's loose. It's not tied around its neck like it's, you know, being choked. It's not a choke collar. That's actually more like a necklace. Like I put Lily and Liger's, what are they? Semi-precious stones, right? But that little diamond encrusted symbol is a infinity symbol, which represents unconditional love. This is a Sheltie, a sheepdog. This dog wants to have a job. It's important. So I think about men. I always think about men because they were raised to be the head of the house, right? They're raised to be the workers. Women are too. I'm not doing the whole, old school way. But, I mean, I was raised that way, And for men, the women have the babies, right? They take care of the kids. Sometimes the women have to only stay a little while and they go to work and the husbands stay home. Yes, that's true. But generally, the women stay home with the children, raise the children, the husbands are at work, right? Their work is who they are. They see themselves as their position, as their job. So a lot of times when men have to retire or if they lose their job, they take that as a personal attack. They're ashamed. They're embarrassed. They don't want to admit. Remember the story I told you of a man who got sick and he couldn't work, and he would rather have his girlfriend believe that he was with someone else, that he chose to move on, than admit that he didn't have a job and he couldn't support himself at the time. He had to move back with his parents. There's no shame in that. It happens to everyone all the time. We have setbacks. Things happen. Why is that a shame? Why is that a personal shame? It isn't. But because you were raised maybe to, maybe that was drilled into your head. You're the provider, you're the provider, you're the provider, you're the provider. And you have become very, very good at what you did. And then it all fell apart and it was your fault. Maybe it was your fault. Maybe you got a DUI and you lost your job. Oh my God. Now I can't even pay a bill. Now I can't even drive. I can't get to work. That's why I lost my job, because I couldn't get to work. I'm living at my mom and dad's. I don't have any money. I have to freaking ask for help. It's humiliating. I remember when that happened to me, I was embarrassed. My twin was in California and I was in Sedona, and I was bothering him all the time because he was so busy. He was running 2 companies. And I kept emailing him, and he says, he was very patient, and then he finally laughed, and he said, you write too much all day long. He goes, I'm busy working. And I said, I'm sorry. He says, I've got 2 jobs I'm running. And I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then I said, wow, I'm so proud of you. But he was busy, right? And I said, we kind of got into a little bit of an argument later. I don't know, it wasn't really an argument, but I just said, I got frustrated, and I said, I know what he said. He goes, I'm not all about sitting on a computer trying to get to know someone. And I said, well, I'm sorry. If I could get to you, I would plant my ass in front of you and get to know you that way, but I don't have a car because I got a DUI and I can't drive. I haven't for 2 years. And he said, I'm sorry. He says, but you know what? You're probably better off without that toxic car. Now, it's easier to say that to somebody else, right, when it isn't you. Now, what happens when it happens to you? Do you remember that? And all of a sudden realize that it's not something that you should be ashamed of. It's not something that you should hide. It happens, right? I got a DUI. That was humiliating. I didn't want anybody to know. It was embarrassing. I'm not even a drinker. I shouldn't have done that. It was 7 years ago, but still, I was dealing with it now. It was humiliating, right? No, I'm not humiliated by it anymore. I understand now. It was just a challenge. So same thing for you. Sheepdogs, they want to have a job. They like having a job, and they're good at what they do. It's a need. It's a need to feel like you've got a purpose, right? So whatever this job could be a CEO of a company. It could be a spiritual teacher. It could be an accountant. It could be a server at a restaurant. It could be a gas station attendant. Whatever it is, it's a job. Newspaper delivery, right? It's a job. You want to feel needed. There are certain little dogs that we have, and if you put a backpack on them, it calms them down because they feel like they're doing something important. Otherwise, their energy is all over the place. They need to know that they're doing a job, something important. And what's important to one person may not look important to another person, but every job is important. I told you guys when I was up in Boulder Creek, I stayed at this really cool little resort, Redwood Resort in Boulder Creek. I'll give you guys the name because you want to go there. If you want to go camping, or if you have a motorhome or a camper, it's called Redwood Resort in Boulder Creek above Santa Cruz in the mountains. The people are amazing. It's the most clean property. They've got a pool, very beautiful grounds. They've got a peacock named Alfred who he comes right up to you and talks to you. He's pure white. He's gorgeous. And it's incredibly inexpensive. I think it's like $45 a night to stay there. There's nothing that cheap. Ooh. Hi, dragonfly. That was a black dragonfly, and he had a rider. There he is. Oh, no, that was a June bug. Wow, we're getting everybody right now. But that black dragonfly had somebody piggybacking. An Uber driver, right? Helping the one person get to the one place. So, why did I talk about that? Why did I talk about the Redwood Resort? There was a reason. Somebody's... Oh, why? What was I saying? It was important. I stayed at the Redwood Resort. Oh, I'm sad that I've lost my train of thought. That's interesting. They threw me off. I got distracted. See? That's me. That's the one they were talking about. The one that is hard to stay on task. Oh, I stayed at the Redwood Resort. Oh, I told you it was a really, really clean place, right? And this is why I'm telling you should go there. They have a lady that has lived there and worked there for 28 years. 28 years. And her job, she checks people in, but her main job is to clean. She cleans the bathrooms and she cleans the deck around the pool. That's her job. And she's kind of, you know, she reminded me of my ex-mother-in-law, who's an Italian. She was always, she incredibly clean, the most amazing cook on the planet. And she was always complaining that nobody appreciated anything, right? And she did her work. And so one day, her brother came to visit. Her brother had just broken up with his wife, and he was really depressed. And so she took a couple days off. And I didn't know that, but I went into the bathroom the next morning, I guess the first night, one night, and there was toilet paper all over the floor. It's amazing how people aren't respectful. But, you know, kids are in campgrounds, and I think they had a camp group there. And there was water all over the counters, and some of the stalls didn't have toilet paper. One of the toilets was plugged. It stunk. What happened, a little boy went to the bathroom, and he didn't have any toilet paper, and he was embarrassed, so he locked the door and then crawled out from underneath it. So the door was locked, and it just sat there, right? And it's summertime. So on the second day, I saw her. So I cleaned it, and I propped the door open. And she came down on the second day, and she's like, "Why is this door open?" And I said, "I opened it." And I said, "We're out of toilet paper." And she got mad at me. And I said, "It's okay." I said, "But it's," she said, "My brother came and blah, blah," and she was upset because, you know, I do everything around here, and, you know, one day and it all goes to hell. And I said, "Exactly." I said, "That's how much we appreciate you. That's why this place is so amazing. One day without you and the whole world falls apart. One day without you doing your job and this whole place fell apart. And you don't think that you're appreciated?" I said, "I appreciate you. I talked about you on my readings. I've told everybody to come to this place. It's the cleanest place I've ever been to. I appreciate you." And she kind of calmed down. But it's like, it doesn't matter what your job is. It's important, right? So you need to show that enthusiasm for your job and recognize that you're going to be a success, and you're going to stand out, and you're going to be noticed. Even if you don't realize it, you are elevated. You may not realize this because you're so very humble, but you are. So Spirit's just basically giving you a high five. Now, the world also represents travel, and there could be travel across the world. It could mean that you are world traveled, and that's why you're so, you know, knowledgeable and the experience that you have. It could be that you're going to travel. It could be that someone's coming to see you. It could be that you're traveling to see someone else. That butterfly, that green butterfly for love and healing, he's on his way, and this Sheltie is sitting here, excited. Look at that, waiting. Someone's waiting for someone to arrive. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. At 58 minutes, we go to... Where do we go? Oh, we go to the wisdom of the lion. Who did we say that the lion is? The birdhouse. We did water, air, fire. Fire. Okay. Fire signs. What do you want to tell us? Fire signs. Correct for neutrality. Did you eat your breakfast, Lily? No, you didn't. Lily. Okay. So Lily didn't finish her breakfast. Check this out. You want to see the busy bees? These ants? Look how quickly they jumped on it. You want to see an opportunity? If you leave your food out, they're on it. So now, I'm going to put that down there out in the hot sun so that the divine masculine dry it out. Get rid of those ants. Those army ants come a-marching. They talk about team spirit. They talk about working together as part of a team. And look how busy they were. And they can carry Faery. Ooh, bring it out. I'm on doing my reading. My landlord just brought me my dragonflies. Oh, you only got one?
Yeah.
I wanted two. I said both of them, the turquoise and the purple.
You said two of the
No,
lights.
I wanted two of them. I wanted the turquoise and the purple. I'll go back and get it.
I'll show you your...
Look. Oh wait, let me show them. I wanted both of them. I hope the other one's still going to be there.
I'll show you your text. I would have gotten two of them.
Isn't that pretty? How much was it?
$6.50.
$6.50. Look how big it is. So this is the spiritual one with the soul color. But the other one is turquoise. I wanted that one too. I'll get that one.
Okay, 2 sets. Can you grab me 2 sets? That's not a set. So you're referring to the lights.
Can you get me the purple and turquoise ones?
Oh, and turquoise. Okay, well.
That's okay. Thank you, though. I'll go back.
Did they have a purple?
Yeah, you showed me a picture of.
I have an orange one.
No, you showed me that one, and you showed me that one. That's the one. That's me. I wanted the girl one for me. That's the boy one.
That's the first one I showed you.
Shoot, I hope that one's not gone.
And they have
Correct neutrality.
all kinds of things you'd like to. That's why you probably shouldn't even go. Because you don't
Well,
have to spend that kind of money.
I want that one though, because that's definitely the girl one.
Where are you going to put it?
I don't know. On the fence.
And did you see they have frogs and
Yeah. I'm recording though. I'm in the middle of my reading. That one's broken, I noticed. Correct for neutrality on all levels. For the shapeshifters, for fire signs. Beautiful little worm. Boy, we're getting this message again and again and again. This is about taking care of ourselves. This is about, you see this one nestled in that beautiful peace rose. It's about taking care of yourself and being gentle with yourself and not working so hard. 1 and 7. This is important for spirit, a message, especially for me. This is why this is important, because now I got to go back to that store, right? And this is spirit. Thank you. This is why spirit's way of getting me to slow down and take care of myself. I've been doing it, but again, you know, the first thought you have is, well, I got to get to work, right? Because my reading is already an hour long and I got to get to work. But the number 1 and 7 is 8, and 8 means infinite supply. You are going to be taken care of. So first you need to take care of yourself. So that gentle peace rose, my grandmother had these roses. They smell amazing. Soft, soft, pale, pale yellow with this baby pink. Oh, and she's snuggling in with her little caterpillar. She's got her butterfly wings. Her caterpillar's probably any minute gonna wrap itself up in its silk cocoon and then transform. It happens very quickly. So the butterfly worm, the beautiful, sorry, clear, right? The beautiful little worm, I call her the butterfly worm. This is a humble one. You look at that little worm and you think, okay, there's a difference between that little worm and that big giant dragonfly, right? Maybe doesn't think much of himself. Very humble. I don't feel like I'm very important. Kind of weird looking, you know? A little bit strange the way I move, and you wouldn't notice me, really. I saw one yesterday on the ground. I was watering, and one of the little caterpillars had fallen off of the plant. And I picked him up and I said, you gotta go down in the bushes down below. I never squish them, they're my messengers. But you might feel insignificant and somebody could have stepped on you, right? Many people do think you're strange. A lot of times you don't think anybody cares about you, but you're very important. And there are people that love you very, very much, as this little butterfly girl loves you. This one's gonna love you, care for you. This one's encouraging you to take care of yourself and rest. Get out there and inch along and do a little bit of exercise, because maybe you haven't been feeling well. You need to be kind to yourself. You need to make sure that you have the food that you need. Check and see what you have to build up in order for you to sustain yourself, right? Butterfly friend is going to help you organize your place at home, so you don't have everything all kind of piling up all at once. You'll get the first things that are important done first. And then you won't feel that pressure. And you'll have some time to escape and relax and take care of yourself. You can have your own secret place. Like they have this beautiful peace rose. I said this morning, I choose peace. This is going to be a private place, away from stress and other people's demands of work or school or parents or even your friends. And just like this little vulnerable creature, you felt that way too. But worms are smart. They are. They know what they need to do. And they're able to do creative, amazing things. They spin silk cocoons. So yeah, at this time, you don't have to worry about doing it on your own. You've got a friend. You've got a safe place to be. And you will feel that calm, peaceful, quiet energy. Even if everybody else around you is frenetic and running around like the chickens with their heads cut off. Because when we go through these deep changes, we are more vulnerable, right? When that little caterpillar that fell off the flower, it might have gotten to the point where it knew it needed to start building its cocoon. It could have been picked up by a bird, right? It could have been eaten. It could have been stepped on by a mean human, thrown away like they didn't matter. So this process of change, yes, you're vulnerable, and it's going to take all your energy, a lot of it. And you might feel at times that you're good. I can do this, I can get through this. But then at other times, somebody could throw something at you, psychic energy. Someone else who feels like maybe because of the way you're changing, you're rejecting them. So then they're angry, and they throw psychic energy at you in a negative way. Or maybe some bug, some vampire, mosquito's going to come and drill a hole into your weakened immune system to feed off of your energy. Or maybe some really destructive, ucky, dirty, negative patterns will pop back up for one last try because they know you're ready to move on. They know you're ready to become the butterfly, and they want to stop you. So it's really important right now to treat yourself with care, very, very gentle care, because you are precious. You need to rest, give yourself the permission to take some time out to sleep, eat the best of foods that you can have. Make things easy on yourself, even just for a few days, just for a little while. Where would be a peaceful place to rest? For me, like this is a beautiful place for me. Whoops, sorry, we're zoomed in. Song, I would have stayed up with you all night if I could have saved a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost my friend. Somewhere along the bitterness. I would have stayed up all night with you if I'd have known how to save your life. Now, it's interesting when I listen to this song, it goes both ways, right? You're changing, and this one may be trying to hold on to you. They don't want you to change. I love you the way you are. I don't want you to become something different. I don't want to lose my friend. I would have stayed up all night if I could have saved my friend. They think you're saving you, but they don't realize that when you leave this state, you turn into an incredible butterfly or moth or dragonfly, right? You turn into something way more incredible. And then you're trying to explain. I would have stayed up all night if I could have saved this friendship, if I could have made you understand, but I can't. Right? So, where's your safe place? Wrap yourself up in your cocoon and comfort yourself. See how this beautiful little butterfly lady holds on to her caterpillar, knowing he's about to wrap himself up in his silk cocoon. She's going to keep him safe. A time for restoration. A time that... Ooh, he's back. The June bug came right in here and did a circle around the... Hi. What color is that one? That's a different color one. We've had different colored ones. That's what's so cool. That one looked yellow. So we had green for love and healing. We had red and black the other day for caution about something. And yellow is a warning. So it's a caution sign, right? You're getting tired. You're burning out. Be careful of the energy around you. Somebody's going to take one last stab at you to try and see if they can trip you up. Might be some of your own self-sabotaging behavior that's going to come up one last time. Caution. Pay attention. Allow yourself then Call on spirit for help, for a shield. Wrap yourself up metaphorically. You might even get a cold right now. You know what I'm feeling right now? Interesting. Is this fire signs? It is. That's why I keep clearing my throat. My throat is sore. I had my air conditioner running last night, and I should have turned it off. But it's because my immune system is weakened. That's why I got this message. I'm tired. So when your immune system is weakened, your shields become down. That's why I got caution. So you know what you can use? The best thing for a sore throat? Hot lemon and honey. Hot, fresh lemon juice and honey and water. Knocks it out. Also, apple cider vinegar. Gargle with it. Best thing in the world. Natural remedies, right? So right now, this is a time that you don't want to be going to parties. You don't want to be around people because your energy's down. No matter how much they love you and want you to go with them. Remember that one? I would have stayed up all night if I could have saved a friend. Come on, come on, come out with us. Come on, you're my best friend. That's the day I got my DUI. Come on, you're my best friend. Ever since you started this whole spiritual thing, you don't drink, you don't smoke pot, you don't do anything. Come on. I didn't want to go. I didn't feel like going. I just wanted to be home alone. Wasn't in the mood. I went. Peer pressure pushed me. Got there. Shoved drinks down my throat. Didn't want it. Really didn't want it. But did it, right? It was peer pressure. I succumbed. What ended up happening that night? That person got too drunk to drive, and I had to drive, and I got the DUI. 2 years of my life that took. Lost my car. Right? There the story goes. So, they want you to have fun. They want you to go out. But remember, as a super sensitive, you can't do the things to your body that you used to do. Your body reacts differently. You need to take special care because you're awakening. Your gifts are developing and your body is super sensitive. So you need to treat yourself with kid gloves. You need to take care of your beautiful self. Slow down. And it needs to be in a proper environment. And yes, this may be your family and these may be people that love you and friends. But they're not spiritual people and it's not the best place for you to be. That's why yesterday, the message of the one, that gentle light that was in that house with those people, they're not evil people. They love them. They love this person. But they don't have the same belief system. They don't understand. And the energy in that sense is toxic because it's not supportive. So it's not the best place for that one to be. Right now, Spirit wants you to remember that you're very, very loved. And there are people, and spiritual people, spiritual beings, like this butterfly fairy and this forest fairy that will watch over you. Your kitsune. It's always watching over you. It's a good time to do maybe some gentle rearranging, not like the way I do it. I mean, I freaking rearranged my whole house. It took me all day and it was like 4 days of workout. But you could kind of like move things around a little bit, kind of shift some energy, even if it's just your desk, or maybe spend a little time, you know, organizing your files. Do you have to get your receipts ready for taxes? I do. Yuck. You know, stuff like that though. That's what you can do. Peaceful, kind of easy energy. But you've got to be loving and compassionate to yourself. And when you treat yourself with care like that, others will realize that you respect yourself enough to treat yourself that way, and they'll start treating you that way. We set the example for how we are treated by others. If we allow people to walk on us and step on us, they will. We don't have any self-respect, so why would they respect us? But if we respect ourselves and we keep up clear boundaries, and we are firm and we speak our needs and we say, no, I'm sorry, thank you for offering, but no, I'm going to stay in. I'm feeling the need to kind of take care of myself a little bit. Somebody might even say, you know what? Can I bring you anything? Can I do something for you? Because they recognize. And allow them to help you if they do. And then after you've given yourself that time to feel a little bit better, your energy will come back again. It'll start flowing again. You'll feel like you're got a little bit of pep in your step. All you need is just a little bit of time. This is definitely my message for sure, because I can't stop clearing my throat. I wondered why it kept happening. So, after I do this reading, I got to give myself a bit of a break. And I'm going to go back to that store and go pick up me, because this is my twin. This purple is our spiritual color, and turquoise is our soul color. And wait till you see her. She's more girly. He's more tailored, right? Like the blue business suit he always wears in my dreams. Prince of Spring. Look at that sea puppy jumping out of the water. Woo! This is the one that saves mermaids. This is what Triton rides on, a dolphin. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important. For me, I think I need to move quickly and get that, because I bet that's the one last dragonfly and I want to get it. There's nothing you can't handle if you follow your inner guidance. So he's jumping out of his emotional waters. It's time to move. Look at that full moon. Actually, is that the sun? Yeah, it's the sun. Shining down on your crown chakra. So you'll get what it is. You'll understand. Spirit will show you. You'll get an intuitive nudge, or it'll be very obvious. But there's something that needs your attention. You need to jump out of that emotional waters and get moving on something pretty quick. So you got to work maybe with others, cooperate with others in order to get this done. Maybe you need to provide assistance to someone else. Remember that one? I told you someone was calling out for help. I need help. Where's my friend? And I said the other day, I'm here. I'm always here. I'm my kitsune for my twin, and he's mine. My twin ever needs me. I'm always here. So somebody might need you, right? Then I don't know. Whatever it is, Spirit says there's an opportunity. It's time to get busy. You might need to help somebody do something. Maybe you need to provide protection for something or someone, you know. Take care of somebody's animal. You'll know what to do, and have confidence that you will. But the opportunity arises, and it needs your full attention. So being that I have to take care of myself, and this follows afterwards, and you guys got the same messages, that's why it's even more important that we take care of ourselves, because something is going to need our full attention, and we're going to have our strength. So no procrastinating with this dolphin, right? This guy's freaking just flying out of the water. It's almost like a manta ray. He's using those little fins as wings at this moment. And while it is important that you take care of what happens, it doesn't mean, and you have to execute things in a certain manner. It's important that that happens. It's actually critical. You can handle it. Whatever it is, you can handle it. Spirit's telling you. You just need to trust your instincts and move forward. So this could also represent somebody coming into your life. This could be the knight. This would be the Knight of Cups, right? Somebody coming. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. Okay, there's a wasp. Remember, I told you my orb spider? A wasp just went up in the rafters after my orb spider. No, you get out of there. You get out of there. Get out. That's a wasp. Okay, now a wasp totem came up yesterday. I shared it on my page if you guys want to look at it. But I told you it wasn't safe for him to be out. That was my message. It's not safe for him to be out during the day, right? My golden orb spider, he's making sure that the mosquitoes, the vampires, are away from me. But that wasp went right to his home. That's a message to somebody. You need to pay attention. That wasp has gone right to your home. Wasp represents jealousy. And that one wanted to sting. So see, there's the final. You know where you're going to go. Remember the last message? That one final challenge that's going to come. It could be your own jealousy. It could be someone else's jealousy. No, somebody else was going after you. Somebody that's jealous is going to sting, say some hurtful words possibly. You need to protect yourself. Now see, right then, I said you might need to protect someone. That's my message. And did you notice that that wasp didn't try and fight me? Because I am protected. Normally a wasp, when you go after a wasp, you incite them to fight, right? That wasp knew better than to fight me. I got a legion of, I'm sure they saw, legion of angels all around me. I believe in that 100%. So, the knight in shining armor coming to your rescue could be a male or a female. This is somebody passionate, charming, confident, charismatic. This is a person who can manage to do a bunch of different things, multitask all at one time. A bit restless, they need a challenge. Remember that businessman who needs to have a job? That's kind of that energy, right? And when he doesn't have a challenge, when he doesn't have something to like a cause to fight for, he might kind of take off and in search of an adventure somewhere else. That's his energy. So when you think about the Knight of Cups, he races in quickly. Sometimes it's an offer, a small offer. But sometimes he's a bit of a flirt, and he's got a bit of a wandering eye because, ooh, see, I saw that little hummingbird. That was the male, the ruby-throated. He came flying in, and he flew out right away. So it might be that. You might get a message quickly that comes in Might be something that comes, somebody, just make sure that you don't go for a one-night stand. That's never happening here. So that sign's going out right now. That's not about to happen, so don't bother wasting a trip, right? Because that's kind of what it sometimes represents. They're very delightful creatures, dolphins. They're intelligent, they're loving, they're playful. People love them. Everybody loves them, right? They think life is one big adventure. It's fun. They do like to work with a partner. They like to work as part of a team. They like to help people. They have a deep sense of morality and compassion. That's why you see them rescuing ones. Ooh, look. As I said that, here comes the crane. The white crane. Remember what we're talking about when we see the messengers that we see. Now, he came to land on the dock. Okay, so he's come in off of his emotional waters, come in for a landing. So that's representing the same kind of energy, right? Coming in. Their moral compass. They rescue others unlike themselves. Sometimes it can get them into trouble. Sometimes when another animal is struggling, they will keep them. They'll come up from underneath and keep them from drowning. They help them to the shore. They've helped sea lions before. Sea lions. Sea lions. So a lion of the sea. Interesting. There's an analogy. When you have too much to do, a prince might show up to help you get your head above water. I think of our song. Song playing right now. I've loved you for 1,000 years. It's the Twin Flame song. I think about the song my twin and I sang to each other. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. And that sea puppy might just come and prop you up, keep your head above water, while there's a bit of choppy waves left from the boat that just went flying by. Okay, so that's fire signs. You coming to rescue me? That'd be cool. All right, now we're on to earth signs. Are you the lion of the sea? I've loved you for 1,000 years. I've loved you for millenniums. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Final message. Yesterday, I had this feeling of anxiousness. I was doing a reading for someone, and I said, I don't know. I said, I feel like somebody's rushing. They're anxious. They're rushing. And it was. And I said, I don't mean to sound this way while I'm doing the reading, but I'm just feeling this energy. That was a person whose husband had gone. He'd left the family, and he'd gone, and he had a girlfriend. And yet he had been keeping in contact with her because he wanted to come home, but he didn't know how to say it. And the person that was there, that he was with, was very manipulative. She was, I watched it all. She knew how to push all of his buttons, all of his weaknesses. He felt bad about himself. He did something, and he felt really bad about himself, and so he took off from home, and he met this other person that was a trust fund baby. And he thought the person, but unfortunately she saw him and saw his money, and she manipulated him, and she knew his weaknesses and she played on them. First she was charming, because that's a narcissist, right? First she was very charming, but then soon she started to control him and berate him and put him down, and got him to the place where he was so beaten down that he'd been away from his family for over a year, and yet he still kept in touch with his wife. They had kids, and she loved him. She said, I'm not giving up. And I said, he loves you. He's going to come back. But, you know, you got to do this together. And she had to stand strong and give him kind of like a stonewall and make him realize what he had left behind. And then and I said, now's the time. Reel him in. He's been holding on, but he's been holding on because of the love you've been sending him. And it's been helping him get stronger. He wasn't ready yet to leave, but now he's strong. He knows. He feels the energy. He didn't know the energy was coming from you. But now he does know it was you. He recognizes that she was lying to him and manipulating and not what he thought. And he's very embarrassed and try to be compassionate and understanding. Yes, he did things wrong, but would you rather be right or would you rather be happy? And she says, no, I want my love home. Snake Princess. there's two snakes working together. This one's feeling bad about it, though. Doesn't want to. This one's given this one orders. This one's just been following the orders. It feels bad now. It feels bad what I've been doing. I don't like it. I'm not proud of myself. I don't want to give this poison apple. You know that wasp that came? Somebody's supposed to deliver a message. They don't want to do it. But it's like an order. They're paid to do it. You know what? Sometimes it's better to quit your job. Because sometimes jobs, your company or your boss, they expect you to do things that go against your moral ethics. I told you I worked in a company and I was the manager of the store, and I had all of these young girls working underneath me. And I was encouraged to not become friends with my employees. They expected me to turn them in for all these, oh, did you see? The sacral chakra, did you see? You saw it. The orange butterfly came right in with us. Wow. You guys, we got everybody today. That one that was gonna probably has merged from his cocoon and wings have dried, taking flight. But they're trying to do their damage. There's many messages to this card, but I have to follow the messages that I'm getting around me, what I've been watching. So this one is being asked to do something. I was asked. I had to turn them in I had to watch them. I had to spy on them, basically, and keep a track of things that they didn't do right. Instead of keeping a track of things that they did right. It's like you can have a dog, and you can whip that dog, and you can yell at that dog, and you can beat that dog, or you can praise that dog. My dog, Max, he was my best friend. He never had a leash. He walked right next to me. I didn't have to have him on a leash. He wanted to please me. He loved me because I loved him. And dogs that are whipped and beaten, they do what they are told to do, but they don't like you. She doesn't like you. You understand that, right? I don't like the job that I have. And I don't like you, and I don't like myself because of what you're asking me to do. You've been telling me to watch these people and report back and take the words that I've been given and twist them around and feed them to that giant orb spider. I'm supposed to deliver it like the wasp I am. Those stinging words. And I didn't have to feel as bad because it wasn't me saying it, but it was because that person really didn't say the things the way I've delivered the message. I've twisted everything because you made me. But you know what? No. Nobody makes you do anything. You have a choice. And so finally I got to the place where I was friends with my employees and I got reprimanded, and finally I said, you know what? I quit. I fucking quit. This place is not me anyway. It was an Ann Taylor clothing store. Can you see me in an Ann Taylor clothing store? Oh my God. Uptight clothes, expensive, ridiculous clothes, boring clothes, stuffy. It's like that stifled board stuck in the Oracle of Shadows and Light, dressed up in this tight costume that feels like you're just gonna explode out of it. And this one, you make me dress like a hooker. You make me prostitute myself. You make me feel, that's how I feel. I feel like a prostitute. I feel bad about myself. I don't like it, and I don't want to do this, and I'm going to quit this job. I know that you are going to quit this job. I know you're going to do the right thing. I saw that yesterday. You're not going to continue to do what you've done. Because that is not worth it. That is not worth it. And now you're going to flip it around and you're going to remember who you are, and you're going to realize that now the snake that you're going to listen to is the spiritual snake. The snake that runs up your back, your kundalini, your vital life force. And you're going to connect to spirit. Maybe you don't understand everything right now. Maybe you're just starting to awaken and realize the truth of what's going on, and it's not what you were told. Right now, maybe you need to pick up a staff like the one I smacked against that wasp. Keep it with you. Maybe you need to pick up some kind of a sacred talisman and wear it around your neck. A symbol of protection and a symbol that you're showing Spirit that I want to work with you. See that angel? She's wearing peace around her neck. How can you expect me to take her words and twist them and hurt her and hurt him? That's what she wears around her neck. That's what she's chosen. Peace. Maybe you need to pick something like that up too. Put it around your neck. Remind you of who you really are. Recognize that you are protected. You don't have to worry about a boss or friends or outside circumstances. You can allow that energy to flow through your body. Because right now you are awakening, whether you wanted to see it or hear it or understand it or not. When it comes for you, whether you're ready or not, it's here. Ready or not, you're it. And it's time for you to shed that snake's covering and the conditioning from that other snake and use your own head, your own intelligence, and the spirit of the serpent of love is going to support you. Your true self-love and acknowledging how important it is to stand in your integrity and hold your moral compass tight, close with you. You're going to receive ancient healing and ancient wisdom from the underworld of love, not the underworld of that nasty, rotten snake in the grass who wants you to turn on your friends. Turn them in. You don't have to fear. You don't have to refuse the apple from Spirit. That's your prize. This is about transforming from what was to something else. This is about not fearing this snake. This is about connecting to your ancient ones, to the ancient wisdom of your ancestors. Call upon the ones who have passed into Spirit and ask for their help and guidance. They're your guides now. They know that you're good enough. They know that you've made mistakes, and that's okay. You don't have to carry that burden anymore. Let it down. Do what you know you need to do. Recognize that Spirit will nurture you. They'll take care of you. There's changes that are happening, as I said in the beginning, and we can't get away from them. And we got to use the power that we have in a proper way. We need to use heed discrimination. Who are you working with? Who are you working for? What are you doing? What are your choices? Would your ancestors be proud of you for the ways that you're behaving? At this time, if you connect to your true self and to your ancestry and to your spirit guides, you'll be able to communicate with ones who you can't physically even see. They're very, very wise and they're very, very brave, the ones who came before you. And they'll give you this knowledge. They want to share this knowledge with you. And when you have that knowledge from them, then you're free of all of the suppression of others. You'll realize how ridiculous it really was to be afraid and feel like you needed to do or be a certain way just because others wanted you to or were expecting you to. These ancient secrets, they were kept away from you for way too long, and now it's here for you if you want it. You are strong enough, and yes, you are worthy. No matter what has happened, you are worthy of this. Spirit just wants you to grab it. Take a bite of the apple that Spirit hands to you. Spiritual wisdom. Don't be that wasp. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I gotta take a drink. Hi, little chicken. You want lovies? She's loving her patio chair. Ooh, there's ants on your chair. That's not good. Come on, you guys. They're looking for her food. Oh, I'm sorry, Lily. Hold on. I gotta get them off of here. See, I don't kill them either. No, they're all over the ground. Oh, I had no idea how many were on here. Look at them all. They're swarming. Message. There's more than just one. They're swarming. And you know, when they finally realize that you're not going to be affected by them, and they're not going to stop you, then they finally leave you alone. They'll find someone else. It's when we give our power over to them that they have power. Nobody has power over us if we don't give it to them, right? I have no fear. And you know the best way to show that you have no fear is come from love. You don't even have to combat them, right? I chose peace. That was my reaction. I knew who I was talking to. I chose peace. I chose to be kind and loving. If they want you to think, if they want to believe that you're stupid or that they pulled something over on you, that you're naive, that's okay. As my grandmother would say, no skin off my nose. I laugh because my nose has been peeling lately. I've been peeling the skin off my nose. No skin off my nose. I'm happy to take it off. I don't want dead skin on my nose. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the last message? Because my gosh, we're at an hour and 35 minutes. Although I do love this. This is so relaxing for me. I love reading. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Here we go. Ooh, that was really clear. Yes. Yes. Okay. If you were worried about anything, don't be. And if you are involved in anything, you best change your story, right? Because justice is going to be served. And I know that so many, just the ones who don't believe, laugh. You won't be laughing long. Right now, there's one little sparrow that knows its self-worth sitting on that scale. But soon the other one is going to fly and land there and balance things out. And karma will be balanced. Justice is here, says Ganesh. Ganesh, the obstacle remover. 8, infinitely supplied. Ganesh, the obstacle remover, busts through anything. That mountain that you live on is just a stepping stone for Ganesh. Ganesh is just a symbol of Spirit's power. But you think about the energy that comes. The elephants are family. They're all about family and loyalty and helping one another. And even ones that make mistakes and get in trouble, especially them. They come along and they help them out, even if they're not their own family. They're loving and compassionate and caring, and they help them. They're abused by humans. It's really sad. They're very, very wise. They're very, very elegant. We can learn a lot of lessons from them, you know? Look at their legs. They're strong. They're like a walking mountain. They're very empathetic. They have feeling. They cry when they see another hurting. So this elephant speaks about a person or a situation in your life. And right then Lily cried. Come on, baby chicken. Out you go. This person is completely trustworthy. Or this situation is completely trustworthy and 100% reliable. You can count on it. And right now, Spirit's asking you to stand up for what you believe in and fight. Fight the fine fight of fairness and equality and truth and justice. This is like fighter for the underdog. I freaking love this message. It should have been my message. I freaking love this. Well, it is one of my messages. If you are dealing with some kind of a legal issue, it's going to go in your favor, straight up. If you have been involved in something illegal and you have done something against another, this is also a message that they will win. They will win. Just depends on who you are and what choices you make, right? This is about resolution. This is about looking at all the evidence, and once it's all looked at, and if it's going to be looked at too. You may think that you're going to try and twist things around, right? The wasp is going to go in there and try and take the words and twist them and make them be something else. But no, that's not going to be what's going to happen, because Spirit's going to make certain that all the information is seen clearly. All the evidence will be reviewed, and it's going to be done in an impartial manner. Everything. And once everything is laid out properly, the one who has been acting in an honorable way will be the winner. There will be a just decision made. It will be fair. Elephants are very, very intelligent. They know. They're wise. They can see past deception. They also come from a place of compassion. So they won't judge somebody harshly who steps forward, right? You've got the ability, as we got in the very first message, to own up to actions and do the right thing. You have the ability to do the right thing right now. It's never too late, and do it before the fat lady sings. That's the truth. So There could be somebody in your life, or my life, that feels unsafe, like that orb spider. That orb spider is not safe. That wasp is after that orb spider that's trying to create something beautiful. Does that orb spider represent me, or does it represent the one I love? That orb spider takes care of all the mosquitoes that come and try and suck my energy. But there's someone who feels they're not safe. They're living in a place where they don't feel safe. It's the dragon. Who are you? It's the dragonfly. No, it's the June bug. The loving, healing June bug. Doesn't feel safe. June bug. And he's there again. So June is, it's July. It's Cancer and Gemini, right? Isn't it? Someone doesn't feel safe. And so this is a reassurance, this message. This message is to let them, that person know, and you know that they are safe. Justice is going to be done. This is a reassurance. Everything's going to turn out fine. Don't worry. They're being cared for. That sequoia, that baby sequoia is going to be taken care of. You don't need to worry. Because Ganesh, you talk about, you know, they've rushed into raging rivers to save little ones that weren't even their own. They've risked their own lives to do that. And sometimes they do that, as I said, with animals that aren't even of their own flesh and blood. Right? A different race. Someone's standing up for the underdog here. That's what I love. And justice is going to be taken care of. Freaking awesome. Great way to end. 1 hour and 41 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay, so we got to go look up 4141. First of all, we know it's angels, 4. And 1 is keeping your thoughts positive. So it's probably going to say something like, the angels are going to help you keep your thoughts positive. But let's just check. Ooh, it feels good in here. Ooh. My house echoes because I've moved so many things around. I love this song. I was thunder before the lightning. It's a good song. Lightning and the thunder. Okay. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. You're basic. You're easy. You're always riding in the back seat. But now I'm smiling from the stage while they're clapping for me in the nosebleeds. This is the comeback kid. I like that. This is the long shot horse that nobody had any faith in. This is the one they abused and laughed and ran out of town, went out and did his work and came back and is going to blow everybody out of the water with how successful they are because they learned their own self-worth and they did it on their own with Spirit's help. So, 41, the angels ask you to keep very positive thoughts as everything you say and think is manifesting into form rapidly. So if we add 41 and 41, let's do this right, mathematician Sherry. That would be 82. So 82, and you think about 8 and 2 is 10, right? Something has ended, which means there's a new beginning. So we're going to do 10 and 82. 82, keep the faith that your financial situation is taken care of. So give any of those worries to God and to the angels. All right? So don't stress over the money. 10, again, your Father wants you to hold positive thoughts about your situation. Everything is working out in your highest good. Call upon Him to help you stay optimistic, as your thoughts are an influencing factor in the outcome. Because our negative thoughts can move things. It's energy, right? We can make things go sideways. We can slow things down. Remember, somebody asked me if they were going to get married, and I said, I don't know. You guys haven't even talked yet. I don't know if when he comes to talk to you, you're going to lose your shit and push it back 3 months, or if you're going to listen to your messages and heed the messages that you've been given, the guidance from Spirit, and listen and be compassionate and understanding and truthful and stand your ground, and you guys will come to a positive resolution and then move forward quickly, right? It all depends. So for your situation right now, Spirit says, keep your thoughts positive. You are influencing the outcome. All right, you guys, I'm going to upload this. I love you. I got to run and go get that dragonfly. Bye.